So today I'm going to talk about addition of number bases. I'll start with the addition, then I'll go on to subtraction, then I'll go on to equation involving number bases. So addition of number bases is just like the addition that we've learned from primary school. For us to understand addition of number bases, I will start with an example before I go on to this example that I've written on this board. So it's, for example, it says 258 plus 356. Then it says 8. What we did in primary school would say 8 plus 6, which is 14. Then we write 4, then we carry 1. Right. Then we say 1 plus 5, which is 6, plus 5, which is 11. Then we say 1, carry 1. Then we say 2 plus 1, which is 3, plus 3, which is 6. So this is what we were doing in primary school, grade 1 up to grade 7. We were adding this way. So what we didn't know is that these numbers that we were dealing with, they were in base 10. So what was really happening here was we were saying 8 plus 6, because it's in base 10, we were dividing by 10. So 8 plus 6, we were getting 8 plus 6, we were getting 14. Then we divide by 10, we were getting 1 remainder 4. Then we would write a remainder here. Then we would carry 1. Then we would go on to say 1 plus 5 plus 5, we get 11. Then we would divide by 10. Since we say that all natural numbers are in base 10, then we would get an answer which is 1, remainder 1. So we would write remainder here, then we would carry 1. Then we would say 2 plus 1, so 1 plus 2, which is 3, plus 3, which is equals to 6. Then we would divide by 10. Then the answer would be 0, remainder 6. So there is nothing more to carry there. So we wouldn't write anything, but we would write the remainder. So this is how we were adding numbers in primary school. Not knowing that these numbers were in base 10. So addition of number bases remains the same. Remains the same. Remains the same. Now let us go on to our example that we have written here. It says simplify 1101 in base 2 plus 111 in base 2. So what we are going to do, we are going to write it just as it is. 1101 in base 2. Then we write 111 in base 2. Then we put a plus here. So because these we are adding numbers in base 2, which means our answer is in base 2. Our answer is in base 2. If you add something that is in base 2 with something that is in base 2, our answer is in base 2. What is not allowed is to add different bases. For example, if this was in base 5 and this was in base 2, we first had to convert one of these to base 2 before we start adding. So we have to make sure that if you are adding, they are in the same base. This is base 2 and this is base 2, which means our answer is in base 2. Right, then what we do now is we say 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. Our answer is 2. Right. But because we are in base 2, we divide by 2. Then we say 2 divided by 2 is equals to 1, remainder 0. We write the remainder here. So our remainder is 0. We carry this 1. So we carry 1 here. So we write 1 on top. So now we say 1 plus 0 plus 1. our answer is 2, right? Then we say divided by 2, it's equals to 1, remainder 0. We write the remainder here. The remainder is 0. We carry 1. Then we say 1 plus 1 plus 1. Our answer is equals to 3. We divide by 2. Then it's 1, remainder 1. So we write the remainder 1 here, and we carry the 1 here. Now it's 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. Divide by 2, it's 1, remainder 0. So we write the remainder here, 0, and we carry 1, right? Then now we are remaining with 1. Divide by 2, which is equals to 0, remainder 1. So because there is a remainder 1, we write remainder here. And there is 0, there is nothing to write here. When it's 0, it's a 0. So our answer is now 1, 0, 1, 0, 0 in base 2. So this is how we add number bases. I will put on another example. Okay, suppose the question says simplify 43 to base 5 plus 41 to base 5. The question says simplify 43 to base 5 plus 41 to base 5. So what we do is that we write 43 here, then we write base 5. Then we write a plus, then 41 in base what? In base 5. Which means our answer automatically is in base 5 because we are adding numbers in base 5. Then we say, okay, here we have 3, then plus 1, which is equals to 4. Then this 4 divided by 5, which is equals to 0, remainder 4. So we write 4 here because the 4 is the remainder. Remember, we are picking the remainders, we are writing them here. Then 0, there is nothing to add here, right? Then we say 4 plus 4. We say 4 plus 4, which is equals to 8. Then 8 divided by 5, which is equals to 1, remainder 3. So we write the remainder here, it's 3. Then we carry forward the 1. Then 1 plus 0 is 1, right? Then 1 divided by 5, which is equals to 0, remainder 1. So we write the remainder here, it's 1. But the 0, because there's nothing to carry on here, it just remains like that. So our solution is 1, 3, 4 to base 5. So what I want you to understand is that when you are adding numbers in base 5, you first add them, then you divide by 5 because we are in base 5. So this is how we add numbers in base 5. Okay, I will go on to the next section, which is subtraction of number bases. Subtraction of number bases. Subtraction of number bases. Subtraction of number bases. Right, so now we are going to subtract number bases. I will start with the basics. When we were in primary school, if you see a number that says simplify 106 minus 98, like this, what would you do? What you would do is that you would say 6 minus 8, then you would say it can't. Then you would borrow 1 and you bring down 1, right? So you would put a 1 here in front of 6, so that this 6 becomes 16. Then you would say plus 1 here, which means this 9 becomes 10, right? So it say now 16 minus 8. Then it becomes 8. Then you would go on to the next column. You say 0 minus 10, then you'd say it can't. You would borrow 1, then you'd bring down 1. Right? So now it's 10 minus 10 is 0. Right? Then 1 minus 1 is 0. So our answer here is 8. Our answer here is 8. But what we didn't know is that these numbers were in base 10. They were in base 10. So what you're actually doing when you said 6 minus 8, and you borrow 1, you'd borrow a 10, because you're in base 10. So now, because you have borrowed 10, this 6 becomes 16. Right? Then you'd bring down 1. Then also because 0 minus 10 it can't, you would borrow another 10. 10 plus 0 would become 10. That is why we would put a 1 in front of the number. We are borrowing 10. We are borrowing 10 because we are operating in base 10. Remember, we said that all natural numbers are in base 10. Okay, let us go now into the real meat. Now the question says simplify 1, 0, 0, 2, 3 in base 5 minus 2, 1, 4, 4 in base 5. This is the question that says simplify 1, 0, 0, 2, 3 in base 5 minus 2, 1, 4, 4 in base 5. So what we are going to do is that we are going to arrange it properly. 1, 0, 0, 2, 3 base 5 minus 2, 1, 4, 4 in base 5. And because we are subtracting the numbers in base 5, which means our answer automatically is in base 5. So what we do first is that we say 3 minus 4. We say it can't. We are back to primary school. We say it can't. But instead of adding a 1 here, because we are in base 5, we are adding a 5. So now it's 3 plus 5, it becomes 8. And we bring down 1. We always bring down 1. So which means this 4 becomes 5. So now it's 8 minus 4, which is 4. You go on to the next one. 2 minus 5. Remember, this was a 4, but because we've added 1 to this 4, it becomes a 5. Right? So we borrow 5, we bring down 1, according to that base, right? Then we say 2 minus 5, it can't. And because we are in base 5, we add 5 here. Now it becomes 7. We bring down 1. Now it becomes 2. So 7 minus 5, which is 2. Right? Then we go on to the next. 0 minus 2, it can't. We add 5 to 0, it becomes 5. We bring down 1, it becomes 3 here. Then 5 minus 2, which is 3. Then 0 minus 3, it can't. We add what? We add 5 here, and we bring down 1. So now 5 minus 3 is 2. So the solution here is 2, 3, 2, 4, 2 base 5. So this is how we subtract number bases. So if it's in base 5, we are adding 5. If it's in base 2, we are adding 2. Okay. I'll put another example. Suppose there is an example which says simplify 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 in base 2 minus 1, 1, 0, 1 in base 2. Then it says simplify. So what you are going to do is that you come here and you write 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. In base what? In base 2. Then you write 1, 1, 0, 1 in base 2. Then you put a line here, right? Then because these are in base 2, which means automatically our answers are in base 2. We put a minus here. Then we say 1 minus 1, it's 0. There is nothing to add here, right? Then you say 1 minus 0, it's 1. You write 1. Simple as that, right? Then 0 minus 1, it can't, right? So in here, because we are in base 2, we are adding 2 to 0, it becomes 2. But always, no matter the base, we bring down 1. So 1 plus 1 here, it becomes 2. Then you say 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 0 minus 2, it can't. So we borrow 2, it becomes 2, 2 plus 0, then you bring down 1, right? Always we bring down 1, right? But the number that you are adding, it depends on the number base. If it's the base 2, we add 2. Then you say 2 minus 2, it's 0. 1 minus 1, 0. There is no need to write anything here, right? So now our answer is 1, 1, 0 to base 2. So this is an example of the subtraction of number bases. So sometimes a question may come. For example, it says, if P is equals to 2, 4, 2 in base 5, right? If P is equals to 2, 4, 2 in base 5, and Q is equals to 1, 4 in base 5. Those ones, part 1. Find P plus Q. Then part 2, find P minus Q. Right. So the question is saying if P is 2.3 in base 5, then Q is 14 in base 5. Then it says find P plus Q. Then part B says find P minus Q. So we shall start with part 1. So part 1, P plus Q, right? So we say P is 2 and 2, 4, 2 in base 5. Then Q is 1, 4 in base 5. Then it says plus. Then we put, because we are adding numbers in base 5, we put a 5 here. Right. So 2 plus 4, which is equals to what? To 6, right? Divided by 5, because we are in base 5, which is equals to 1, remainder 1. So we write down the remainder here, we carry 1, right? Then we say 1 plus 4, which is 5, plus 1, which is 6, right? 6 divided by 5, which is 1, remainder 1. So we write down 1, we carry 1. Then 2 plus 1, which is 3, 3 divided by 5, which is 0, remainder 3. So we write the remainder here, but 0, we leave it like that. So our answer for P plus Q is 3, 1, 1 to base 5. Right. We go on to part 2. Part 2, it says P minus Q. This is part 2, which says P minus Q. So we take that P, which is 2, 4, 2 to base 5, minus Q, which is 1, 4 to base 5. Then because we are in base 5, our answer automatically is in base 5. So we say 2 minus 4, it can't. We add 5 to 2, which is, we get 7, right? We bring down 1. So whenever we add, we have to bring down. Whenever we add, we have to bring down. Here there was 1, and 1 plus 1 becomes 2 because we brought down 1, right? So we say 7 minus 4, we get a 3. Then 4 minus 2, we get a 2. Then 2 minus 0, we get a 2. So our answer is 2, 2, 3 to base 5. 2, 2, 3 to base 5. So we have talked about the addition of number bases. We have talked about the multiplication